A sensational game at Ladymead tonight as Wimborne Town and Tiverton Town shared 8 goals in a real thriller of a match on a heavy, difficult pitch. Wimborne Town again down to the bare bones as they have been in the last 3 weeks, with Adam Costello, Ian Oliver and Mark Gamble unavailable. Steve Cush shuffled the pack and came up with Scott Arnold and Max Brimson at fullback, with Billy Maybury and Liam Donaghy in the middle of the back line. A midfield 4 of John Blake, Sam Griffin, George Webb and James Stocco, with Jamie Davidson playing slightly ahead of them and Matt Kemble as the lone striker. And it was Tiverton that started off on the front foot and gave Wimborne a few nervous moments in the first quarter of an hour. Good save from Jason Harville on 7 minutes. And then on 20 minutes, George Webb made space for himself about 20 yards out and his shot tested the keeper. 1 minute later, Tiverton shot over from a really good position. But it was the Magpies that took the lead on 24 minutes. Jamie Davidson won the ball in midfield and his ball was headed on by Sam Griffin, and that wrong-footed the defender. Jamie nipped in on the other side of him and finished nicely from 10 yards. And it got even better for the Magpies 2 minutes later when Matt Kemble scored a tremendous goal. Billy Maybury, great stuff down the left wing, played a 1-2, got to near the byline, looked up, cut it back right to Kemble, and his shot beat the keeper. Wimborne 2 up. And it got even better with 5 minutes to go to the break. Probably the pick of the goals, this one. George Webb was fouled about 20 yards out. The wall lined up, but Matt Kemble didn't make any difference to him. He curled a shot with his right foot over the wall and just inside the post. 3-0 and Magpies were in dreamland. If only they could have held out till half time, it might have been a different story. But right on the break, a long free kick from Tiverton was met by a glancing header and it beat Jason Harville at his far post. 3-1 at half time.
You can still hear you, Ken.
I can't read my notes now.
You have to make it up.
That made a big difference to Tiverton, and they came out for the second half, all guns firing, and made it 3-2 within
2 minutes.
Within 2 minutes. Ryan Richards, who had come on as a substitute at half time, scoring the goal. On 53 minutes, Scott Arnold, who had done very well to start the game, had to go off with an injury, and Jamie Gross came on, Wimborne's only substitute. Excuse me. There they are. Oh yes, here we go. So 3-2 to Wimborne after 47 minutes. And then on 59 minutes, with Tiverton's tails right up, it was Ryan Richardson scored his second to make it 3-3. And the odds were very much on a home win at this stage. Wimborne Town headed the ball off the line just after the hour mark. But then a superb Kemble run ended in a curling shot with his right foot that just cleared the far post. Matt Kemble having his best game possibly of the season tonight. Looked full of energy, full of determination, and showing the skill that we've always known he has. And then on 67 minutes, bucking the trend, it was Magpies who went back into the lead. Jamie Davidson chased a ball almost to the byline, and to the homekeeper's complete dismay, hit it past him and beat him at the near post. How, nobody knows. 4-3 Wimborne. Liam Donaghy picked up a yellow card on 68 minutes, and 3 minutes later Sam Malsom made it 4-4 with a goal for Tiverton. 19 minutes left and looked ominous for Wimborne, but a tremendous rearguard action kept the home side out. I have to say, rarely have I been so proud of a Wimborne Town team as I was tonight. The fantastic resilience they showed, tremendous endeavour, great hard work, great work ethic, and no little skill when they were going forward. George Webb, Jamie Davidson, James Stocco, Sam Griffin, Matt Kemble, probably the pick of them. Tremendous performance for all of them. And when the referee blew his whistle on 94 minutes, it was a very well-deserved point for the Magpies. Well done, all of you. Next up for the Magpies, it's in less than 2 days' time when we're away at Bottom Club Fleet on Saturday. There's a coach and it's leaving Cuthbury at 11 o'clock in the morning. Give me a call if you want to be on it. I'm with Steve Cuss after tonight's exciting 4-4 draw at Tiverton. Steve, your thoughts on that?
Well, it was quite a game. It must have been great to watch. I thought we probably had to weather the first 20 minutes. They were good sides, and I thought I was really pleased with the first 20 minutes. We dug in and stayed in the game, and we broke away and scored, and it carried on. And good play. The pleasing thing, they were all good goals that we scored. It was good possession, good passing, and created good chances. So absolutely delighted to go 3-0 up. Obviously, then it was just so open right towards the end. But full credit to the side. I thought they were absolutely fantastic tonight. The commitment levels and the performance levels was really high.
We can talk about the goals, we can talk about individual performances, but I think you've hit on it. I mean, I've rarely seen a Wimborne team play with such guts and determination, as well as no little skill up front.
We said before we don't want to come on camera and sort of say that we're depleted, but it was quite obvious that we had a number of players missing tonight, and I think that the players responded magnificently. We didn't want to get beaten. We come out and we knew that we were going to be up against it. This team's pushing for automatic promotion now, and we knew we were in for a game. So the way we performed, the commitment level is absolutely fantastic.
Having said we could talk about individual players, let's talk about them. I'll single out Matt Kemble. The sidelines most of the year. Tonight I thought it was just tremendous.
Yeah, it was a real threat. It was a constant menace to him all night, and took his 2 goals really well. And he was unlucky not to get his hat trick. He come inside on his first effort, second half, and it just whizzed past the post. And the other one he managed to toe poke towards goal, and it just trickled past the post. But I thought he was a real threat all night, and with his pace and his running in behind and his composure in front of goal. So I was delighted for Matt.
His third goal was possibly the best, lovely curling free kick, and I think I'm right in thinking I heard you shouting for Jamie to take the free kick.
Jamie normally takes them, and it was a little bit, I don't know, I think Matt just fancied it, and I'm delighted that he did take it, because he executed it really, really well. And I think we've got players in our teams that are all capable of taking free kicks, and for me personally, the longer ones out, I like Jamie to strike them, but it was enough distance towards the goal for Matt to cut it over the wall and down and into the goal. So I don't mind who takes them as long as they score.
Well, we've always known Matt's had skill, and he showed it tonight. I thought Jamie was tremendous as well.
I enjoyed playing together up front. I think they were a good combination. Jamie drops in, Matt plays on the shoulder, and they link up really well. And for them both to get 2 goals each tonight was reward for that work and effort they put in.
I usually ask at this stage any knocks in the dressing room, but I think that's a stupid question, because they must all be feeling absolutely shattered.
Yeah, we'll have a bit of a roll call again, but we'll have a couple of lads back that were unavailable today, so they're definitely back in. But there's maybe 1 or 2 tonight that won't be able to play.
Give us an update on Cozzy then.
Yeah, Adam Costello's in the hospital today, actually, seeing he's having an X-ray on his nose and seeing what they're going to do with it. So we'll have to find out whether he can play before the end of the season. Ian Oliver was just missing through work commitments today, so he'll be back. Paul Roast is back for Saturday, and we're hopeful that Mark Gamble's not too far away.
I was going to ask you, because the fans will want to know what's happened with Mark. He's close. He's close.
It might be a bit too close this Saturday, but he's not. He's determined to play before the end of the season, and hopefully we'll get him back out there.
That's tremendous. Well done, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.